Welcome back, everybody. My name is Trey Fab. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, well, here's who I am. I am a React content creator. I like to react to TikTok, YouTube, bullshit, drama, clout chasing bullshit, right? Anything that can make you giggle, numb your brain, and just sit there and listen to. I also like to make content on basketball and basketball creators, the modern day NBA, shit like that. So if you want someone who can give you a decent NBA take, or someone that's going to make you laugh as well as give insight into certain situations that may be going on, go ahead and get me a like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want me to react to anything, please put in the comment section what you would want me to react to. So with that being said and that out the way, let's go ahead and get this shit started. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video by JAMARI, how Akademiks destroyed his reputation with one stream. By the way, I want to get two things off the table real quick. If you want me to react with it full screen like this, please let me know. For now, I'm going to do it like this because this is just how I've been doing. So you guys can see, I always put the video in the description and I yap a lot. So this 11-minute video is probably going to end up being like 20 minutes long. But when it comes down to it, if you guys would want me to put it full screen, because I know I give him credit in the beginning and in the end because this is his content, and I also put his video in the description. Let me know. But if you want me to keep it like this, let me know. I'll keep it like this until people tell me to change it. I might put it up to a vote, but we'll see. Nonetheless, let's get this shit started.
Well guys, it finally happened. DJ Akademiks has officially been banned from Twitch. I've spoken about Akademiks a few times over the years, and he definitely used to be someone I looked up to in the online commentary space, especially when I first started doing YouTube as my full-time job. But over time, and especially after he became a more mainstream figure,
do it look like I'm left all bad and bullshit? What'd you say?
Akademiks' ego grew to be too much, and once he started getting FU money, I think he just became a little bit too self-important to me.
Here's the thing. When it comes to people, not just academics, just people, I don't like the saying that money changes people because I don't think that's true. My grandma always told me, and she was a smart person, that money does not change people. Money just shows you who a person truly is, or more of what a person is, right? So when it comes down to, like, you know, him getting money and ended up changing who he was, don't think that's the case. I think he always was an asshole, always was a piece of shit, always was someone that was looking for attention and trying to ride on other people's coattails while doing it. He just showed it more the more he ended up blowing up because he showed more of his true colors. But yeah, let's put this. By the way, I usually play at 1.25 speed, which speeds up the video a little bit for people that are new here. But other than that, let's keep this going.
I would say around the time that he ushered in the Big Ak era. And specifically after his owner Drake got decimated publicly.
That's a wild fucking picture. That's a wild fucking picture. That's wild.
Publicly, I think that really broke Akademiks down. I don't really like the way he chooses to run his media pages on Twitter.
Bro, you still on your hater campaign, man? I'm on a hater wait, what hater campaign?
And lately the man has been spiraling, taking anyone who speaks badly about his baby daddy Drake on
baby daddy
as his personal nemesis, and overall just acting very strange.
You can't dance to a song about him being a... He used to supply you with the bitches.
I already made a video about the weird case that Ak has been named on, where a woman alleges that he and two other men assaulted her after she had been flown out to his home.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not gonna stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. For you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought, like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. Me too, and it was done.
Akademiks is an innocent man who has not ever been charged with anything of the sort that has to do with any deviancy or anything.
Bro, I'm a low-end creator. I'm low-end. My camera is not that good, okay? Low-end creator, low-end camera. The best thing I have on my computer, I think, is my mic. That's the best thing I have. I chipped in and worked hard. I worked some extra hours to get a nice mic because the last thing I want to do is sound choppy or sound weird. I know if I'm going to be a commentary channel and I know that I yap a lot, the last thing I want you guys to hear is me sound like a fucking robot. You're not going to want to watch my shit, so I get that. So I chipped in some money as far as the mic goes. The camera, I didn't care too much about. Of course, I wanted it to look kind of good, but I tinkered with the settings. Why the fuck does this motherfucker look like he's filming off a BlackBerry from 2008 when he has millions of fucking dollars? This mic right here is super fucking expensive. Way more expensive than my mic, and I have a nice mic. What the fuck?
Like that.
Well, now Akademiks has once again put himself in a very sticky situation. Basically, there was this 15-year-old kid named Noir who was a superfan and moderator of a pretty popular streamer named Blackboy Max. Using these credentials as a moderator, this kid Noir gets into a Discord call with Tory Lane's manager and DJ Akademiks, where they started playing Fortnite. Noir was streaming during the game, and this is where the call started getting weird, after someone said that they were going to send strippers to Noir's house so that he can lose his V-card.
Yo, Nor, what's your address? I'm gonna send some strippers over there.
Slow down, yo. I'm 15. I hope you know that, bro. You trying to
Oh,
get?
you're scared of women, bro.
I'm not scared of
women?
women. Yo, bro, you trying to put me on a case? You trying to put them on a case?
So?
What you mean? So that's weird.
You know all the rappers lost their virginity to like old women, right?
Now, this kid has more sense in this situation than
Here's the thing. When it comes to, like, making jokes and trying to make jokes to a certain group of people, you truly got to understand who you're making the jokes to. It's just inappropriate. This is a 15-year-old kid. You don't know who the fuck this kid is, right? So you need to be careful with how you're making a joke to a 15-year-old kid. You need to be careful on what you're saying to them and how you're saying it. You definitely don't want to come off looking like a weirdo. And you want to make sure that you're being a grown-ass man. What is he, like 36? Ak is 36 years old, acting like he's 17, making these quote-unquote jokes to someone he doesn't even know who's a kid. I make unhinged fucking jokes all the time when it comes to me and my friends and me and my sibling. My sibling's younger than me, right? Been younger than me all my life. There was a point in my life where my sibling was a minor and I was an adult. We're close in age, but still. But we have made unhinged, ridiculous jokes towards each other all the time. But guess what? That's my fucking sibling. That's my sibling. That's my blood. We fuck with each other since we were younger. We slept in the same fucking room. You know, and as we got older, we just kept fucking with each other. That's just how it is. But that is my sibling. This is someone you have no idea who the fuck they are, and you're giving weird jokes to them. Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Don't be doing that. Don't be weird. Just be grown. Just be normal.
than the dumbass adults. I don't know what type of grown man finds humor in talking to someone they barely know who is also underage like this, and I find it pretty disgusting that after the kid said he's only 15 and not interested, he continues to peer pressure him by saying that all the people that he looks up to lost their virginity at a young age. Then DJ Akademiks comes in saying some even weirder shit.
So you tell me that there's not another...
Okay, my bad. That was an act. I guess that was Tory Lane's manager. I want to make sure that's clear. So that was an act. That was Tory Lane's manager. This is act. Everything I say stand as far as the other guy, because he looks grown. We saw a picture of him. He looks grown as hell, too. I don't know if he's 35 or 36, but we saw a picture of him here. I don't know if he'll show again. There he is. Yeah. I mean, he looks grown. Nonetheless, this is act. Let's see what act's got to say.
15-year-old that you can bust down? I'm serious.
Now this kid is clearly
Okay. How do you end up coming in and saying something just worse? Just worse. At least with the both are terrible, by the way. Both are terrible. At least with the first one, I could say, oh, he's trying to have a joke. He's trying to get a bad take on a joke. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb, and he shouldn't be making jokes towards 15-year-olds that you don't know, but it's his dumbass way of trying to be a funny, like, uncle. Like, ha ha ha, I'm funny, right? You just came in and asked a 15-year-old if there's anybody he can sleep with. That's his age. I don't even know how you can spin that to be a joke. That's just fucking weird, dog. That's weird. You're grown. You're grown. You're 36, dog. You're grown. You don't ask a 15-year-old that. Hey, is there any 15-year-old you can sleep with? Like, that's not even a question that would cross my mind. And I'm younger than you. Way younger than you. And I would not be walking up to a 15-year-old and be like, hey, is there any other 15-year-old you can sleep with? Ha 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 ha. Like, it doesn't even sound like a joke. That's a weird ass question. It sounds like I'm trying to get at something. Like, what are you doing?
Comfortable and trying to laugh it off. You have to remember that these are all adults that he looks up to, and he is probably awestruck to even be in the call in the first place. Sadly, he is the only one who knows how to conduct himself, as the weirdo conversation continues, and is driven by Akademiks for several minutes.
If you could do one of them sex changes, and you could become a girl.
No.
And get pregnant.
Dude, that's what he drew the line. He said no.
Would you let Max get you pregnant?
No. That would be gay. And
If Max said he wanted to try fucking a dude, would you let him fuck you?
No.
Why not?
You know, not.
Yo, you can have. Wait.
If I can't fuck you, I'm cutting you off.
No, yo. Suppose he's like, yo, bro. Listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
First of all, we gotta understand Paul's culture. You can't say another man is inside another man and then say pause. Now, this is not another man. This is a child. So that's a crime. But nonetheless, I'm just saying you can't say pause. So that's one. Two, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? This is weird. This is weird behavior. This is unacceptable behavior. This is not how you should be talking to someone who's 15 years old. I'm not saying Akademiks is for sure trying to do something to this kid. I don't know the intentions of Akademiks. I'm just saying that this is weird behavior to be displaying to someone you don't know who's underage. That's it. I sound like a broken fiddle at this point because I'm just repeating it, but it's like, Jesus Christ. He should know this. 36, dog. 36. 30 fucking 6. And you're a celebrity. You should know better. You should know how to act around people who are on lower status than you. Fans, let alone people who are underage. Like, this should just be a known thing.
Now, I've never really understood the whole straight guy trolling by acting gay or saying gay things bit, especially towards people they've barely met or barely know. Like, I remember this dude on the baseball...
Okay. To defend that real quick. Hold on. Aiden Ross did he just sniff? Hold on.
Barely met or barely know.
I'm gonna be honest. That threw me the fuck off. That threw me off. Anyway, that threw me off. What was I even talking about? Oh, acting gay. Okay. When it comes to, like, acting gay and getting gay jokes amongst your homies, I mean, I do the shit. I get he may be confused by it and shit like that. But again, it's not DJ Akademiks. It's not that he's acting gay or making edgy jokes. The problem is he's talking to a 15-year-old. You know? My fucking friend, my homie, his name's No Future, he will say gay, unhinged shit all the time as well. He calls one of our other homies Cockosaurus Rex because he be slanging. That's what he be saying. That's it. Cockosaurus Rex. That's what he calls one of our other homies. Now, you can say that's gay, that's weird, that's cringe, whatever. But he's fucking around, he's joking, it is what it is. But we're homies, we're talking amongst each other. We be saying wild, unhinged shit amongst each other. That's what we be doing. But when it comes to talking to people who are underage, that's weird. And even talking to people you don't know, it can come off as weird, you know? It's kind of weird to be saying shit like that to them. Now, I'll be trolling like crazy on Call of Duty. It throws them off their game, that's for sure. But it is weird. I'm not going to sit here and act like it isn't. So doing it to strangers is weird. Sniffing the seat's also weird. I'm all about words, not actions. Like, we will say wild shit to each other, but we're never going to do shit like this. This is just kind of unhinged. But I just want to say that. The problem isn't him making gay or edgy jokes. The problem is him talking to someone that is underage.
Like, I remember this dude on the baseball team back in the day would be in the locker room trying to shove the handle of his bat up the freshmen's butts and then call it hazing. Like, no.
I'm going to keep it a bean with you, dog. I'm going to keep it 190% with you. I don't think it's a gay joke for someone to take a bat and shove it up your ass unprompted. I think that is a crime. I believe that's a crime, my guy. But that could just be me. I could be wrong. But I'm going to go out on a hunch and say that's probably more a crime than a joke. But okay.
No, dude, you're just gay. Why are you going home and sniffing the bats, buddy? Now, above me thinking that this behavior is weird in general, when you throw in the fact that these are grown men closing in on 40 years old talking to a kid like this, that's when it's really a
35.
fucked up situation.
I suppose he dropped some milk-flavored juice. You drink it?
Yeah, his milk would probably be the better milk.
No flavored juice. What are we talking about with your little ass? Nigga, still drinking titty milk, nigga?
Like, why would these thoughts even begin to cross your mind as a grown man talking to a kid?
Oh, yo, you ever dream about Max before?
I have, yes. Not in no weird way.
Yo, what the fuck?
I dreamt of us coming to Malaysian meeting. I dreamt of.
Oh, y'all on a vacation. Oh, lit.
And knowing that he is a fan of this streamer and gets to actually help him stream, and you use that information to peddle your agenda, like that shit is not a joke, it's your unconscious, nasty thoughts finally leaking out. I mean, just look how Max himself talked about this situation on stream.
But at the end of the day, if you are coming on stream and you are saying weird shit to a kid I basically view as my little brother, you feel me? Noor, he's a Palestinian refugee. For anyone that doesn't understand, he's a Palestinian refugee. He lives in Malaysia. He doesn't speak Malay. He lost his mother. I've known him for like 2 years now. He's gone through a lot. He basically can't make friends in real life because he don't speak the language native to that country. And so he'd be on Discord all the time. And he'd be in Twitch chats. He just needs people to talk to, friends.
And then that man Dante would actually interview the kid Noir about the situation, and he says that he had been in this Discord for around a week, which he claims was operated by Tory Lane's manager Ray. He gets on and asks them if he can join in on their Fortnite game, and they say sure.
They were playing Fortnite. I asked if I could join. They said okay. I told them I'm live. They said okay, that's fine. Blah 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 blah.
They knew you were live and was still talking like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So imagine what happens when nobody's live.
Exactly.
And this guy would go on to beg the kid to delete any evidence of the stream after the situation went viral, promising him future streaming collabs if he agreed to do this.
And you can have more streams with us in the future, I promise. I do not want that.
Yeah, no.
Which in itself is obviously pretty manipulative. And in the end, Noir did oblige, but as you all know, the internet is forever, so they couldn't just cover this up. And of course, in response to this, Akademiks puffs out his chest and basically threatens anyone who spreads the clip of him being an OVO Diddy god.
We live in a clip culture who gonna try to take niggas out of context, and also we got the K-bots and all these other people who have an agenda to try to make people.
Here's the thing, Ak. No one told you to say that. No one told you to say shit to him. No one told you to say a word to him. No one put those words into your mouth. You said them, you know. I don't know your intentions. So, you know, if I go to the comment section, I bet it ain't looking too good for you, buddy. Yeah. Predators moving flock. Yeah. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And here's the thing. I don't know your intentions, man. If I had to put money on it, I'd probably put more money that you weren't trying to be a creep than not as far as grooming goes. You were being creepy, but as far as like trying to do something with this kid, I'd put more money than not that you were not trying to do something with this kid. Sure, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying it's right that people may be calling you a predator, but I mean, you put yourself in this situation, you know? It's like, what do you want me to say? You put yourself in this situation. You said the words. You said the shit to the kid who's 15 years old. You shouldn't have fucking done that. You did this. All right? I'm not saying that automatically makes you a predator, but predator behavior is kind of hard not to call you one. And at the end of the day, like my grandma always told me, people are always going to try to hang you. Even if you are a nobody, even if you're someone like me, especially when you're as big as yourself, people are always going to try to hang you. You could be the greatest loved person on the earth, from like Jack Black all the way to someone like you who's hated by everybody. People are going to try to hang you. The last thing you want to do is give them the rope. Okay? Because it doesn't matter. You can sit there and cry about, oh my God, this shouldn't be happening to me. They shouldn't be hanging me. It doesn't matter how they got the rope. They have it now. You gave it to them. It doesn't matter why they got the rope. They have it now. That's all that matters. You gave it to them. So you want to sit there and cry and bitch and moan that people are calling you a predator? You gave them the ammunition, and now you're mad that they're using it against you? Should have fucking been smarter than that. You're 35. Be smart. Grow up. Dumbass. I don't know what else to say about that.
I just want to put that on record because after this, I'm going to get disrespectful. Like, I swear to God, and I never swear to God, I never need to be on Kai, Max, Aiden, nobody's stream. I don't need none of nobody who stream. I got my own thing going on. The fuck? So when I see this shit piss me off. I'm like,
leave it to this guy to act like everyone else is in the wrong after he was caught in 4K saying creepy shit, well after he was informed that this kid was only 15 years old. Like, what was he even trying to get out of this conversation? Either he was trying to actually be on some weird shit, or he was just trying to embarrass the kid. But there was no other conclusion to be drawn, there was no context that would make this even remotely okay, and after trying to play the tough guy, Akademiks would come to his senses a bit and admit that he did fuck up.
Yeah, I gotta step up to the plate and be like, nah, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. You know, I'm gonna be better. You know, my bad. Definitely my bad.
Now after a couple of days, this
No shit, big boy. You need to be smarter before you move online. At the end of the day, this was your fuck up. This was your mistake, you know? Why don't you be mature and take some fucking credit for it? Take responsibility. Man up. Responsible. Apologize. Apologize for this bullshit. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody is going to take you seriously when you try to defend it. It was someone who was underage that you didn't know, that you were trying to be super funny with, but it was super fucking weird and inappropriate. Apologize. Say you fucked up and it shouldn't have happened. Don't sit there and try to blame other people for your fucking actions.
Situation would reach a breaking point, as Akademiks would be banned on Twitch permanently, and it's been rumored that he had lost several sponsors, something that he denies.
As far as anyone saying that, like it's a hailstorm of fallout, that's not true. Happy that is still right here. Stake supports us on Twitter, supports our news Twitter account, which is the Akademiks TV account. They've done it before and they continue to do it.
And I actually do believe him, because it's hard for me to see an alcoholic or gambling company dropping him over this type of situation. I just feel like at the end of the day, it's so easy to not be a weird person, and it's even easier to never interact with someone underage, or in an inappropriate way, both online and in person. And for a lot of these idiots, downloading Discord is literally their downfall, because for some reason many people see it as a safe haven community where anything goes and everything stays private, when in reality we've seen so many people lose their career and damage their reputation over some Discord foolishness. I also think that Akademiks is someone who lives in an echo chamber of the community that he created, and he likes to do this thing where he writes off anyone who has anything critical to say about him as a jealous hater, which is typically a true sign of insecurity, and probably why he has the maturity of a high school freshman. Overall, I don't think this will affect DJ Akademiks' career in any way. As I said, he already had a weird case, he's been making an ass of himself for over a year, and he will continue to foster his community of lonely young men. And I don't know, the sheer fact that he sees and interacts with teenagers who are fans of him all the time during his streams, and for him to treat someone else's fan like this is terrible. It's also funny to me that he brings up Kendrick fans trying to get to him or to spin a story on him.
And also we got the K-bots and all these other people who have an agenda to try to make people look weird.
When
you do that yourself, dog.
He runs a media page that has slandered both Kendrick and his wife for the last 9 months straight, often posting blatant lies about Kendrick and anyone affiliated with him. I also find it hilarious that after running such a campaign, basically after 9 months of gargling Drake's nutsack, the baby is finally arriving, and it's just Akademiks doing the same weirdo shit that Drake was on. Like the kid already said, if they were cool talking like that, knowing his stream was going, imagine how they talk off the record. And Akademiks is actually a very smart person who has built a media empire, but his ego and insecurity will ultimately be his downfall one day, because he does think and speak about himself like he is invincible. But I really think that most of the time it's just the liquor talking. I mean, the dude has admitted himself that he is a full-blown alcoholic.
That could be a problem.
If you were around me, if you were a chick that get in my lifestyle, it's gonna be intoxicating. You know why? You probably don't gotta work, and I start drinking at about 8:22 a.m.
I mean, like I told you guys, I used to be a fan of Ak. I used to watch Everyday Struggle.
Why is Ak, when it comes to recording his shit, does he not know? Bro, I'm not even super fucking extremely tech savvy. Does he not know how to just work settings? Look at his video.
You probably don't gotta work.
It just stops.
And I start drinking at about 8:22 a.m.
I mean, like
Jesus.
I told you guys, I used to be a fan of Ak. I used to watch Everyday Struggle, well, every single day back when I was in college. But over the years, I feel like he's just grown more and more out of pocket. His head is swelled to a size where his body cannot take it. And this is a man who is almost 100% driven by his own ego. But either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below. I'm sure some of you guys are huge fans of Akademiks, so let me know if you lost any respect for him down below in the comments. But as always, I do want to thank you guys.
Here's the thing, and this is gonna be my last comments on this, right? My thing is, when it comes to, like, people who... How do I explain this? I was talking to my homeboy about this earlier, right? Why does your hands develop callus? Well, because you're probably working like a fucking assembly job. Trust me, I understand it. All right? I worked assembly jobs for a long-ass time. Right now, I'm blessed to be working a delivery job. I'm not saying I'm making a lot of money, but the delivery job's easier than a fucking assembly job. I'll tell you that much. And I'm able to get the same amount of pay. It's not a lot. It is not a lot. But it gives me enough time to go to college and to be able to do this as a hobby. And maybe one day, full-time. But we'll see. Nonetheless, though, your hands develop callus because you're getting thicker skin around your hands, so you're able to do the job more and more with your hands, avoiding injury, okay? So it's for your job. Why is it when you're running, right, you're breathing, and one day you can run a mile, the next week you can run 2, the next week after that you run 3? Well, that's because your body is adapting, right, to these milestones because it has to. You keep running and your body's like, what the fuck? I gotta help you out, dog. So we're gonna help you out. We're gonna expand your lungs. We're gonna help you with blood flow. We're gonna help you with breathing. We're gonna get you in shape. We're gonna make sure you can run faster at these milestones and hit these milestones because you keep running like every single day. So you need to do this for whatever reason. So 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile. Okay. What am I getting at with this? Your body physically adapts because it has to. Right? It has to adapt in order to achieve a set goal, whether that's working an assembly job or getting into shape and just running miles around a track and field, right? Now, what I'm getting at with this, just like your body may develop, your brain does too. Why do you go to college? Well, you go to college so you can get a better job. What do you do in college? Where you learn a bunch of fucking information, more than the information that you even need in order to move forward with the job that you need, right? But as you learn this information and you retain this information, you develop, like your brain develops more and more and more because you need to retain more information. You become smarter, sure, but you also become more mature because you're learning more. And this is not just with college, this is with trade school, this is with life in general. Working different jobs, 1, 2, 3 jobs, switching from job to job, getting a job that pays better than the other job, but you got more responsibilities. This is with life in general. Your brain's always developing and needs to develop so it can help you be successful, just like your body. But what happens, right, when your brain gets to a point where you succeed? Well, it doesn't really need to develop anymore. You're good. You're done. Well, most people don't hit that until what? Their 30s? They don't really hit quote-unquote success or get to the point where they're happy. And even at that point, they're not really successful or happy. They're content. But a lot of people just get content with where they're at. But they have years of just building and developing their brain. So by the time they turn 30, they're a mature person. Someone like Ak, who gets famous at like 19, 20. I mean, if your brain stops developing here, because you hit it. He got his money. He was on shows with like Joe Budden and shit like that. He got his money. He got his paper. He blew up. So what's the point of developing your brain anymore? It'll stop here. So now when you're 35 years old, you got the same fucking brain development that you did when you were 19 and 20. Why? You didn't need to go and retain more information. You didn't need to go and struggle a little bit. You didn't need to because you hit the top. And that's good for you. But then you become an immature fuck. Now, I'm not giving him any fucking leeway for the actions that he did. I'm not saying that this is a excuse for it. I'm just saying that this is a little theory that I think kind of explains why there's so many dumb-ass content creators that turn around and throw their life away for dumb-ass shit because they just are so immaturely stupid and just never develop past this age. I think getting famous young can be a hamperment depending on who it happens to. Do I think someone like Kai Cenat or iShowSpeed is going to display the type of behavior that Akademiks shows? Absolutely not. You know why? Because I think that they did struggle, and not only that, I think that they were able to be mature and grow, even if they are young. So even if their development as far as learning and retaining information may not change year to year as far as somebody that would if they weren't as big as they were, it doesn't matter because as far as their ego goes, they got it in check, and as far as their behavior shows, they can be funny and a little bit outlandish, but at the end of the day, they're genuine. And they're sweet too, they're kind. So, yeah, and when it comes down to this academic situation, he's a fucking dumbass, an immature bastard who money just showed who he was, more of who he was. He's egotistical, and he's someone who needs to fucking grow up. That's it. That's all that needs to be said about the guy. But nonetheless, though, God, been yapping to y'all for 30 minutes. I apologize. If you guys like the content, you guys like me yapping your heads off, and you enjoy the shit I be talking about, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and shoot me a comment on shit you want me to react to, shit that you find interesting, and I'll be sure to fucking do so for sure. But other than that, it's been nice talking to you. It's been nice yapping your heads off, and it's been nice reacting to this. This was a good ass video. Peace out, y'all. Be safe. Love you. Enjoy your day. Deuces. Until next time.